Everything kind of goes back in a way to fragility. I was asked to speak at NSTA about the fragility thing when it was new. And of course that was kind of beyond, at that time, their idea of what was going on, because their tests were all the integrity type tests. So I got to know some of the NSTA people, and it progressed to the point where, we need something new and something different. And so turned out that they were looking for somebody to change the management of NSTA, and it turned out to come out to be Dennis Young and Ed Church. So they started coming up with other types of procedures that were more simulation type things and not this integrity test. But then we progressed and decided it would be called International Safe Transit, which is, the ISTA. And we included international tests to just domestic tests. And they got to be simulations rather than this integrity tests. And so Dennis and Ed progressed NSTA into ISTA and started doing educational programs, and Dennis came up with a thing to have people certified as technicians and things like that, which progressed the education side of it, which all added together because all this stuff was involved in the education they did. And they started having seminars, which turned out to be very successful. And it's like if you didn't go to the ISTA seminar, then you weren't going to anything that was happening in packaging. Most of the progressive people at that time were at that conference. And the first NSTA thing I went to, I think there was maybe 40 people, and I know the ISTA were over 300. Ed Church probably developed more procedures, because that's just the way he is, nitpicky. Whatever you could think of possibly doing, Ed would come up with a procedure for it. So ISTA has a procedure for about doing anything you can possibly think of.